Hey everyone, I just wanted to briefly go over this because, Tim likes to make videos, so I figured I'd follow suit. Um, just a quick overview of what I have in terms of the project for the project-based course. I kind of divided it in terms of like project pre-work, project planning, project development, and project evaluation and presentation. So basically everything is the same except for some of the IM challenges, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. But starting off with basic tools, digital literacy, information literacy. Then at the end of the project pre-work, they do IM Challenge 1, which is the background information. Um, the only thing I would probably do for the project-based course is make sure that they honestly just finish this assignment in lab on Wednesday. So I would just have that due date be that Wednesday instead of the typical Sunday. But that is open to negotiation. And then moving into the project planning, I think from what I've seen over the past few years, one of the biggest challenges is students don't plan the content very well. So they'll start learning badges and like start developing some things partly related to their theme. But I think I think some of the biggest changes that I've made have to do with how they plan their topic. So I called IM2 basically the research tools badge. But with a focus on really like researching their topic and using the research tools to develop resources for their theme. So following that, they will do IM3, which I called planning and organizing content. This is probably the newest one, or one I would recommend creating maybe for the badge group, is where they use some of the brainstorming tools like MindMeister or something like that to kind of do a visual organization of their topic. So based on all of the resources they developed in the previous section, they're going to basically take them and start creating a logical flow of an outline. So they would use MindMeister or one of the other tools here, and then they would also create a full sentence outline. Then the objectives badge, so that's the end of the project planning. Then they go into project development, which is pretty much straightforward, all of the tool badges, so getting into the tool literacy here. I changed the order a little bit from what we did last semester, just kind of starting with the easiest and going to the most complex, kind of with the idea that if they have a solid foundation of their content and they can gain competency of all these things, then they really could start creating their website either for their project or for another scenario like creating a class website or something like that. IM4 is the new IM3 that we just integrated last semester, so basically where they integrate technology into their existing outline. And then IM5 is also a little bit new. One thing I was thinking, you'll notice that I took out the planning cards here. I think if they can do some of the planning early on in terms of planning the content and then really intentionally integrating technology and laying that out really logically, then what I have seen from students is that they kind of just prefer to go in and start playing around and start designing. So like honestly taking a more rapid prototype approach. So what I was thinking, instead of doing planning cards, is doing a design document, a project change document, where they would basically be doing more thorough peer review. So they would create a change form for one of their peers, giving them like substantial feedback, and then for this challenge they would have to actually demonstrate that they've implemented those changes and made changes to their previous version. So this is just a new idea. Definitely open to feedback here and seeing what you guys think, but I think that it would work well. I know we've been debating a long time about the planning cards and how they're effective and not, and I think that this could be a good option in terms of it's still getting them to draft and revise, but also gets them to do better feedback. I don't know that we've really seen a lot of significant and substantial feedback. They kind of just do it really quickly, and so I think that this would be good both for them to give better feedback and for them to kind of start practicing some dispositions in terms of like flexibility and their designs, and being willing to be open to the feedback of others and making changes and things like that, and then the final revision. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of kind of what I'm thinking about. Definitely, if you have questions, I realize I may or may not have explained everything that's in my brain. Um, but if you have questions, let me know. I'm excited to talk about some of this stuff and see where we go with this project. So I'll talk to you guys soon.